let's take a look at the message, the first message you'll receive from your future partner, your future love, your future person. This is kind of part 4 of that little mini series that we're doing about your next relationship. So if you want to watch the other parts, they'll be listed on the channel, but here's part 1, part 2 and part 3. Just take a moment, see which card you feel most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, that's fine. There might be a message in more than one for you. Sometimes they do sort of follow on from each other or are very similar, but sometimes completely different. Just take a moment, take a breath, and I will see you in your pile. Pile 1. If you chose the first card, this is your pile. Let's have a look. So their first message to you, the Magician. Invisible ink maybe. So possibly kind of getting the feeling that they might want to tell you with all that, with that whole book there. It might be quite a long kind of message, but they might want to tell you that they feel like you could transform their life. Like they feel as if you've been kind of conjured up by the universe just for them, maybe. But let's pull some cards. So let's pull 3 energies, more information. Messages from this person. What will their first message to you be? What will their part 1? What will their first message to you be about? Let's see. Okay, so we've got 4 of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Hermit. So 4 of Pentacles is about holding on to something. Sometimes holding on a bit too tightly to something, to the past maybe. I think in our last reading there was at least one of the piles, the 4 of Pentacles did feature, where there was an orange flag, that they may be a little bit, not clingy exactly, but not wanting to lose you. So kind of holding on quite strongly to you. With this Hermit, I mean, it might be that they actually get the idea that that might be an issue, but I think so. I think their first messages to you might, well, this Lion, the Strength card, he's got one of the roses from the 2 of Cups in this deck. I think they might come on a bit strong initially. They might be, I don't know, you may find that attractive, you may not, I don't know. Sometimes it can be a little bit off-putting if someone's sort of too fast, too furious, but I mean, of course, that's up to you, and it depends on if you're feeling completely drawn to them, then it might not put you off, it might be quite nice. But I think, let's see, why is this 4 of Pentacles here for pile 1? Why is this 4 of Pentacles here for pile 1? Ooh. Okay, so got the 3 of Swords, the Justice. Actually, oh, I don't know. I think I want to take all of them. The Moon and the World. So I kind of want to look at those as well. Maybe we'll use them for the next part, but I think it's too many. So I think maybe in the past, this person has been through a little bit of sort of heartbreak, relationships breaking down. I think they feel as if they've healed from it with this Justice card. But with the Moon and the World, with that Moon, I think maybe they still are carrying some shadows from that previous relationship, which is probably why they feel a little bit insecure, or a little bit kind of needy, a little bit want to hold on a little bit too tight. So I think with this World, they need to be able to step through and trust that this is actually going to be a good relationship, and that you're not going to be the kind of person that would lie and cheat and, or, you know, cause them unnecessary angst, heartbreak. So I think they'll probably say to you that they have been through something. They feel that they've healed from it. They've kind of, you know, moved on from it, forgotten it. But I think there is a shadow or two of it still lurking deep within them somewhere. Okay, so yeah, you might kind of be able to see that in the way that they act, the way that they are, yeah, not feeling like really clingy, but definitely a little bit, you know, want to be with you a lot of the time. Okay, so why is this strength card here, pile one? Why is this strength card here, pile one? Tell us more about this message from this person. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, bless them. And as I say, that line is holding the rose from the Two of Cups from this deck, but we've got the Two of Cups from the other deck. Got the High Priestess, so and the Hermit again. So yeah, I think there is going to be a lot of depth to this relationship, or to their feelings. They're definitely, I don't think they'll be holding back. I think if anything, they might be kind of oversharing with you a little bit too much. I think this High Priestess sort of, I think they won't be High Priestess in you. They won't be keeping things unseen. I think they're going to be putting it out there into the open for you. Yeah, they'll be quite quick, I think, to offer their cup. And I think maybe it will give you a little bit of pause, quite possibly, with this Hermit here, because I think you're aware that they're not quite as over or as healed from previous relationships. There are still some things that they need to heal, to get in touch with themselves, to sort of have a good look at themselves, because I think they might well still feel a little bit insecure. But I don't think they're going to be aware of it as much as you will be, quite possibly. Okay, so why is this Hermit here, pile one? This other Hermit, the second Hermit. Are they going to actually... Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Empress. So, yeah, I think it's probably you that's going to be a little bit... He's not looking that enthusiastic. He's kind of still juggling with these. So I think maybe it's going to be you that might kind of have to put the brakes on a little bit with this Knight of Pentacles. He's got a plan, and he will get there. But I think his horse is standing still. So I think you will be asking them to kind of cool their roll a little bit and settle down, or calm down a little bit, not rush so much, because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I think you'll want to probably be a little bit slower, go a little bit more slowly than they do initially. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I mean, this guy, he's put down one of those hot juggly pentacles, so he's only offering the one now, and that's at a sort of standstill. It's here when you want it, kind of a feeling. So yeah, I think definitely they are capable, able to slow down if that's what you feel is best. I'm going to take him because he's fallen off, the Nine of Wands. So yeah, it might kind of make you put up a little bit of boundaries, just because they do come in quite hot, I think. Okay, let's just pull 3 more cards and a crossing card, get any extra information. Okay, so we've got the Four of Swords. Yeah, they still have a little bit of healing to do, I think, with that Three of Swords and the Justice and these Hermits. The Four of Pentacles again. So yeah, I think there is something from the past which it affects maybe how they act in relationships. The Knight of Cups, yeah, they are a good, you know, nice genuine offer. They do mean it, and they have got the hots for you pretty bad. Like, he's laid you out a picnic, brought you some flowers, he's organised a dancing horse in the background, written you a little letter. So yeah, I think they are going to go a bit above and beyond, which might make you just want to take a step back for a second, or just cool your jets. And I think it is because they were heartbroken, another Three of Swords in the past, which they haven't quite healed from. And the Strength card again. So I think they will find the strength to get over this, and they will settle down once, you know, you're in a, as your relationship develops. But I think initially they might come on a bit strong. Okay, pile 1, well, good luck with that. Let me know if that resonates, and I'll see you next time. Pile 2, if you chose the second card that we pulled, this is your card. Oh, the Seven of Swords. So the first message to you from your person, your next person, could well be a little deceptive, I'm guessing, from that. Okay, we'll pull 3 more cards and then we'll clarify. So the Seven of Swords can be about sort of people not being 100% transparent, sometimes being a bit sneaky, not necessarily being completely truthful. Can just talk about people doing things in different ways. I thought one flipped there, but maybe it didn't. No. So why is this Seven of Swords here for pile 2? Okay, we have got the Magician. We've got the Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So let's see. The Magician tends to be about transformation or sometimes manifestation. Let's pull some clarifiers. Okay, so why is this Magician here? What is this message that pile 2 will receive? So tell us about this first communication, the first message that pile 2 will receive. So we've got the Emperor, we've got Justice, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. So that Seven of Swords there, as I say, I think maybe something is not going to be completely transparent when they first get in touch with you. I think maybe they're going to be a little bit restrained with this Emperor here. Possibly it's going to come off maybe a little bit arrogant. So it might be that you kind of almost misinterpret what this person is telling you. But I think that will be cleared up if you've misunderstood or misinterpreted or got a bit tetchy about what this guy has told you. I think that will be transforming into a more two-sided conversation. So I think maybe at first they do come off a little self-centered almost. I'm getting from that. But I think they do manage to kind of get it together, and then a bit more balance comes into the conversation with this Justice card and this Six of Pentacles. Okay, so why is this Page of Wands here? Pile 2. We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Three of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I think maybe initially the conversation is a little bit, or the message, you know, they might sort of come off as being a little bit self-centered, maybe talking about themselves rather than asking you questions about yourself, that sort of vibe. But I think that is only because they're kind of not really sure with these 2 pages, Page of Wands and Page of Cups, not really sure how to push the conversation forward or how to express themselves. They're kind of a bit excited. That Page of Wands, that's what I'm getting, and this Page of Cups, they're kind of a little bit overwhelmed almost. You know, they're a little bit starstruck. So I think it might take them a minute to get their act together and decide which way to steer the conversation, or which way the conversation needs to go, to get to a more sort of balanced, stable place with this Ten of Pentacles. So I think, yeah, pile 1, I think you may be, they're a bit starstruck. That Page of Cups there, definitely the vibe he's given me. The Ace of Cups, I think this conversation, the message, will develop into something quite nice, and they have got feelings, they have got emotion to share. I think just initially it might come off as a little bit stiff and a little bit one-sided, but tell us more about this Ace of Cups. So we've got the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Tower. So yeah, I think with this Page of Swords, as I say, these other two pages as well, they maybe come off as a little bit immature or a little bit unskilled, kind of trying to learn as they go with this tightrope that she's, or this whatever that, yeah, tightrope I think, or bridge that she's kind of balancing on. I think they're trying to figure out how to say things correctly, or how to kind of come to align their communication style with you, because the Seven of Cups, they're kind of like, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. And this Tower, I think once they do sort of hit the right tone, then boom, things will start moving, kind of transform. This Magician over here and this Emperor, things will start moving more smoothly. Okay, let's just pull 3 cards and a crossing card. Any more information, pile 2, about this person, about how they're going to come at you, the communication style. So Strength, 3 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups again. So yeah, I think I'm kind of getting that this Lion, to me, he's got one of the roses from the 2 of Cups in this deck in his mouth, but to me he looks a bit like a deer in the headlights. He's a bit like, oh, kind of, I don't know which way to move forward, how to do this, how to bring this rose in. So I think it's going to take them a few efforts maybe. With this 3 of Swords, they've possibly had difficulties with communication in the past, and this 5 of Wands, I think they're just either out of practice or not used to feeling so much emotion. So I think they're having a little bit of an internal battle as to how to approach you, or how to how to set the tone, what tone to take with you, because I think they don't want to seem too keen, but then they don't want to seem disinterested. So kind of they go from an Emperor to a Page, and they just have to find a bit more balance. That Justice card, a bit more balance in order to relay their feelings in a way in which you'll understand. So I think so many pages, I think, their intentions are good, but it might just take them a little bit of work to actually kind of find the right tone with you. Okay, pile 2, hope that resonated. If it did, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Pile 3, let's take a look. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this next person, their first message to you, seems as if it's going to be kind of getting a serious vibe from that card, especially that wolf with his eyes. I don't think they're going to have any difficulty in putting across I'm almost getting the gravity of the situation. So I think that they might come at you with, a fairly assured style, and maybe an offer kind of straight off the bat is kind of what I'm getting from that. Okay, let's pull 3 energies and then we'll clarify. So pile 3, this person, tell us more about their message to pile 3, this new love, their next relationship. That's too many. So tell us more about this first message from pile 3's next relationship person. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles, quite a serious dude again, I'm feeling, so definitely feeling a little bit serious. We've got the 4 of Cups, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Perhaps things will lighten up a little bit, but I'm definitely getting a serious-y kind of vibe, that Ace of Pentacles and that King of Pentacles. Okay, let's clarify. So why is this King of Pentacles? I mean, the King of Pentacles, to me, he's kind of almost planning the future already. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. So, you know, someone who's kind of looking long term, pretty much off the bat. Tell us more about this King of Pentacles. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, that's kind of a divine couple. Sometimes I think these two can be a little bit practical rather than sort of passionate or emotional. But the Two of Pentacles and the Magician. So yeah, I think there might have to be a little bit of things might have to lighten up a bit before this can kind of get off the ground. Maybe before you can accept an offer from them with this Four of Cups here. I think, you know, they see you as their equal, their counterpart. They're kind of all in, is what I'm getting here, all in and looking towards the future. But I think maybe with this Two of Pentacles, they possibly, I'm kind of getting the vibe, yeah, that they come off a bit serious initially, and then they kind of realise that actually they do have to lighten up a bit. This Magician's got all of the tools there. He does have a cup there. So I think he just needs to make sure he includes a bit more emotion into the way that he approaches you. So yeah, quite a serious kind of offer feeling. Why is this Four of Cups here? Four of Swords, but that was too quick. Why is this Four of Cups here? Pile 3. Tell us more about this offer. Tell us more about this first message. Oopsie. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and the Two of Cups. Good. So we got some cups on the go at last. So yeah, I think until they can kind of transform their language a little bit, or their mood into something a bit lighter and a bit more sort of fiery, passionate, exciting, I think they'll be kind of barking up the wrong tree, is almost what I'm getting with these two dogs on this Moon card. And they've got to come at you a bit more with the cups on the same level, be a bit more vulnerable with their emotions, is kind of what I'm getting there. So until that they're able to do that, or once they're able to do that, I think things will progress forward, and hopefully they'll be barking up the right tree. Okay, let's see, why is this Eight of Pentacles here? I think they are someone who's very kind of willing to put in the work, someone who's, you know, willing to work on themselves, on the relationship, to move it forward. I think they just maybe need to take a moment at the beginning and make sure that they do include a bit more emotion rather than just the sort of serious aspect, or the let's plan a future. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords on that Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Cups. So yeah, I think they do need to kind of, as I say, move on from that more serious vibe, because I think maybe they will be overthinking a little bit, or it could be that for you that makes you overthink a little bit, because when they don't initially come in with these cups, you might think, are they really, have they got any emotion, or are they just kind of emotionless? This King of Cups, he's in the water, he's very stable and balanced, but I think maybe they do hold back a little bit too much emotion at the beginning and kind of focus on the pentacles, the earthly side, the practical side of the relationship. But I think you want someone to come at you with a bit more excitement, a bit more passion. Okay, why is this Page of Wands here, pile 3? Page of Wands for pile 3. Tell us more about this Page of Wands for pile 3. Okay, I think this. So we've got the Four of Swords. He did pop out a minute ago somewhere. We've got the Strength card, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So yeah, I think by the time they kind of understand that they need to try and lighten up a bit, put a bit more passion, a bit more fire, a little bit more excitement into the conversation, I think they might have to have a little dwell on that. And I think it is going to take them quite a lot of effort. Looks like they're willing to put effort in, this Eight of Pentacles, but possibly that wasn't the way they thought they'd have to put the effort in. And then they're kind of feeling a bit battle weary, a little bit unsure. I'm getting sort of almost defensive. So I think it'll be an interesting kind of first conversation. But I think, yeah, they definitely need to make sure to put a bit more emotion, a bit more passion in. Okay, let's pull 3 cards and a crossing card. So yeah, I think that their heart is definitely in the right place. They just maybe, yeah, are a bit slow on the uptake almost, of that they need to be a bit more vulnerable, a bit more open. The Devil, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Oops, there's 2 there. The Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords. So yeah, I think in order for you to accept that offer, the 4 of Cups, wherever it was, I think that you might be prone to be a bit curt with them. And I don't know, this Queen of Wands, she looks a bit miffed to me, or a bit like she's not getting what she wants. So I think you might initially feel that from this person, that there isn't enough passion. It's all a bit too practical. But I think they will bring the passion eventually, and then you'll kind of be able to see the way forward with them eventually. But I think yes, if you don't chop them out first, but they just don't know how to do it initially. Okay, pile 3, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time.